So here we have the youngest world champion ever, somebody who I've interviewed many a time before, but this has to be a very special one. You remember after you qualified for candidates, we spoke, after you won candidates, we spoke, and now this one. What a journey. Has it sunk in finally? You're world champion, youngest ever. All of India is celebrating, its favorite son coming back. That euphoria in Chennai, has it sunk in?
Um, yeah, little by little, yeah, it has. It does. I'm super glad to see what it means to the fans and what it means to the country, and it feels really special to bring the title back.
Gukesh, I was having a long chat with Paddy Upton, who's a very close friend of mine for the last 2 decades. And he said you all had prepared for everything. In the sense, the whole favorite build up, you all had not taken that into account. You all had prepared that there will be a comeback from Ding. Tell me a little bit, after game 12, when he came back and won that game, did you feel any kind of pressure ahead of the last two games? Or, like you told me earlier, you wanted to enjoy the moment and enjoy what you were part of?
Yeah, the main thing was to enjoy this experience, and it's a way of expressing myself on the board. But obviously, you do get caught up in these high pressure moments and these thoughts. And after game 12, it was a very unpleasant situation for sure. I thought after game 11, it's going my way, and game 12 he played an amazing game to come back, and although we had expected it before that we there will be a very close match. It was unpleasant in the moment, but I think a lot of good things happened. I managed to stay calm, and my team did a great job. Paddy suggested a lot of important changes in my settings, and we could pull through that moment, and finally I was rewarded.
Uh, the day of the final game, Vishy Anand and I were chatting, and just about 20 odd minutes before you won, he said it's a draw. And everybody predicted it's a draw. My little understanding, all of us were thinking it's a draw. What made you carry on? Was it a plan to tire him out if it went into tiebreaker? Was it something that you were seeing? What made you carry on? Because everybody was like, this is a draw.
I think, as I mentioned earlier, that the whole strategy behind this match was to use every little chance that we got to play as long as possible and try to make use of all kinds of little opportunities. And I think this position was not as easy as people thought it was. I mean, obviously, objectively, it was a draw, but over the board, I think with the time difference that we had, and the kind of pressure that was there, it's a kind of position where people lose more often than people expect that things happen. So I had some. I just thought there's no reason to not push this all the way, and mistakes happen in these moments, in these high pressure moments, and I think it was not something that I was fully expecting, but when it happened, obviously it was very pleasant.
Want to do a technical interview because I'm not equipped to. So the question that I want to ask is, I actually interviewed your father, and my colleague Atreo, who was there, who was asking you questions in the hall, he also interviewed your father. And as a family, I mean, very matter of fact, humble, rooted. In fact, your dad messaged me the following morning after you won at 4:40 a.m. India time saying, sorry, we could not respond earlier because you understand it was madness. And then we had an exchange over WhatsApp. That told me something about the humility, about the groundedness, about the modesty of the family. Can you tell me a little bit more about the contribution of your father and mother and what that means to, they were there holding that trophy and what it meant to you to be able to pass that trophy to them?
Yeah, my parents have been the biggest pillars of support throughout my career, and they've done a lot. they've sacrificed a lot. They've had to endure a lot of tough moments for me to be here. And yeah, one of the most important things that my mom, stresses this point often is that I I can be a great chess player, but that's no excuse to be, you know, that should not get to my head, and I should not like I should not be arrogant, and I should not be a bad person. So I think my mom has always made sure that I stay grounded, and yeah, it's a quality that I got from for sure from my parents, and I think that's one of the most important things I've learned.
By the way, one other person had said this to me. When we were working on Sachin's autobiography, we started the book with this. Sachin's father told him, "You can be the greatest cricketer of all time, but far more important is to be a better human being." If you've read
Yeah,
Playing It My Way, we started with that.
yeah,
So,
I've read Playing It My Way, and I remember this quote from that book. So,
so that's something that, in fact, when we started work, the first thing Sachin told me is, "Boria, let's start with that." I said, point taken. Absolutely point taken. But moving on, bungee jumping, how did that happen? Tell me a little bit. I mean, Gukesh bungee jumping was another high point of all of us. Tell me.
yeah. So basically, the idea was like after game 9, we had a rest day, and I was feeling a bit stressed out in those moments because I had just missed out on a couple of winning chances. And Gayu suggested that we take a slight day off and we go for a stroll on the beach in Sentosa Island. And when we were on the beach, we tried. We took a long walk. We tried some fun things like the zip line ride in the beach, and then Gayu out of nowhere he just looked at people trying bungee jumping, and he said, if he said like, Gookie, if you win this match, I'm going to jump off that bridge. And I said, okay, I'm also scared of heights, so I'll also do that if we win this match. So we made a deal on that day, and I thought after we won the match, that deals must be honored.
Did you feel scared when you did it?
Yeah, I have like I for a long time I was not even like climbing ladders because I was so scared of the very little of heights, and to do that was like it was very scary experience, but it's also cool that like it taught me a lot about fears, like so.
I'll tell you a quick story. When Abhinav Bindra was getting ready for Beijing,
Yeah, I know the story actually.
you know the story. So the pizza pole, because Abhinav, and he was with the German military, by the way. He climbed the pizza pole, and Abhinav is a very dear friend. So hopefully you will meet in the conclave, because in March I've spoken to your dad about it. Abhinav's coming, Vishy is coming. You will come. Fingers crossed. All of you can meet because all of us will
That
say
would be amazing. That would be amazing.
100%. That is the session. You, Vishy, and Abhinav together, along with Gopi, Pulala Gopi Chand. That's the session. So that's the session plan for the conclave. Anyway, we'll talk about the conclave later. Coming back again, Vishwanathan Anand. When I think about it, I've seen his photograph passing on that. Giving you that award. Your comment about Magnus Carlsen 2013. Tell me about that a little bit. When you saw that Anand Carlsen match and the role of Vishwanathan Anand.
Yeah, there are literally like no words to describe Vishay sir for what he has done for me and for Indian chess and chess also in the world of chess. And for me, I mean obviously in India everybody knows Vishwanathan Anand sir, and for me even before I got into chess, he was my parents and I really admired. And as soon as I got into chess, there was this 2013 World Championship match between Vishay sir and Magnus, and I went to watch on one of the days, and I got inspired seeing him inside the both of them playing inside the glass box, and I thought, it'll be so cool to be there one day. And after Magnus won the title, I thought I really want to be the one to bring back the title back home. And this dream has been it's been a driving factor throughout, and not only Vishay sir has been a role model and inspiration, but also he invited me to join his academy, RevSportz Academy in 2021 and 2020 December 2021 around that time, and together with Westbridge, my sponsors Westbridge, he created this academy which has been huge for me and a lot of youngsters, and yeah, I mean, he has always been there to talk, and he has always been there to analyze chess. Yeah, he has took it upon himself to build this next generation of Indian chess players, and only one of the greatest people in the world can do that. I think, yeah, Vishy sir, we are all indebted to him in huge.
Kasparov put it nicely, Vishy's children. I don't
Right.
think one can put that
Yeah.
back. Beautiful, beautiful statement from Gary Kasparov there. Two final questions. Gukesh, for me, all of us were celebrating you, needless to say, and India is starved of champions. You are one. And I was watching the broadcast, and all of a sudden I see you crying. All of us got emotional. And then I see you putting the pieces back on the table. That for me stood out. That there was still discipline, there was still rootedness. You put it back, even pulled the chair, put it in position, then got up and left after greeting the lady who was there. Please take me back and tell me about what you were doing and why you were doing.
Yeah, it was a very emotional moment. It was like all of the stuff that happened in those 2 minutes, in the span of 2 minutes. I mean, we're already expecting to go to the tie breaks, and it will be a huge day tomorrow. And then suddenly I realized that I've done it. I'm the world champion. It was a very emotional, like roller coaster ride emotionally. And yeah, I got emotional, but it has been, the putting the pieces back and giving respect to the board and God after each game. It has been something that all my trainers from the start, starting with my first coach, Mr. Bhaskar sir, and then Vijayanand sir, like Karthikeyan sir, Vishnu sir, Gayu, Vishi sir. Everyone has taught me the importance of giving the respect to the game, and it has become a part of me that one of the ways I do that is to put back the pieces, and yeah, I adjusting the chair. It's also part of my routine. After every game, I do this, and I think yeah, it's just a part of me. I think that's the best way to explain.
Last question. You've become world champion. This is what you aimed for the last several years. What next?
I think, to be exact, the main goal for me has always been to become the best player in the world, and obviously this world champion title is something that is very very close to mine and like all my loved ones' hearts. But uh, but it does not feel like I have fully accomplished my dream. I think there is still a long, long way to go. World champion title is great, but I think uh, I think it's more important that I keep the process going and try my best to reach my full potential and hopefully one day to become the best chess player. And I think that would be the like dream.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, this is the rootedness that I mentioned at the start of the interview, that despite being world champion, I still want to be the best chess player in the world. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, from bungee jumping to Vishy to your family, this has been an outstanding for 13, 14 minutes of conversation. By the way, tell your father I've taken 3 minutes grace. So had I been playing this match,
Okay.
I would have lost it under time pressure. So my hand is up for that. But thank you very much
Thanks a
to you,
lot.
to your family. Keep going and look forward to catching up with you in March. But till then, God bless. All the best. Many congratulations.
Thanks a lot. It was nice talking.
Thank you.